forget to smash that like button. Subscribe. We need some subbies. Come on, you can do it. Late night. Woo, good vibes.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Hey, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, you had to park all the way out here? This is crap. Oh no, is it empty? Just one lone bottle. Oh, here we go. Oh no, I didn't check. It's the one thing I didn't check. Here we got smoke. I know that.
It was sad for a second.
Oh, that's funny. What a dud. It's almost a party. Spring cleaning. I didn't get quite to the fog machine yet.
The
All
rest looks great.
You're very sweet. Welcome back at home to the Late Night Playset. My name is Jay Ryan. The lady to my right is Nicole Ryan. Some people call her Mrs. I do. Somebody posted a comment the other day of like, it's something about you really shouldn't call your wife Mrs. It's cringeworthy or something like that. And I was like, geez, somebody has issues. It says more about you than me if it's cringeworthy. Ooh, good grief.
That's what I haven't heard yet.
What's happening over here? Hi, Marcia Beto. Hi, Telefunken 111. Yeah. Yeah. Simon 01. Hi, everybody. Carissable. Hi, Carissable. I'm so glad you're here. Now that I know the fun of driving a yellow car, says Rambo. Rambo, did you get a yellow car? Congratulations. Used to have a gray BMW last time I knew. Jamie Tate. Hi, everybody. Late for biking. Calamarzo. Flat Six Misfit is here. It would have been weird if Flat Sixes is here when Flat Sixes is here. All right, we should talk about our guest tonight. Somebody had to push the button. Oh, is it me? Yeah, no, it's both. All right. Tonight is Tuesday, April 27, 2021. Allow me to become your neighbor with my Mr. Rogers change over here. Hi, neighbor. Welcome back, neighbor. Okay. Tell you about our guest tonight. Our guest tonight is Bradley Brownell. Brownell?
Brownell. You got it right the first time.
Brownell. Let's see. We know him from Jalopnik. We know him from RADwood. And here tonight we're going to be talking about flat sixes. Bradley, if at any point I call you Bugby, it has nothing to do with you. It's weird. This is how my life works, but I mentioned earlier before the show, my mother sometimes, she brought up a restaurant. She goes, what was the name of that restaurant your dad used to go to, whatever? And the name of it was Bugby and Brownell. The next day, this guy, Bradley Brownell, reaches out to me. So it was just a weird thing.
That's
So
a
if at
little
any point I call you Bugby, which I don't think will happen, but I want to tell the story and excuse it right now. That's what we got going on. We've got a quick East Coast feed, which is actually a follow-up from last week's East Coast feed because you and I had a little bit of a disagreement on what was going on there, and we'll find out tonight. We'll find out. And then, in addition, I want to tell you a story from. I thought it was this weekend, except you and I didn't do anything this weekend other than you rested, which was really, really needed.
Pretty blessed.
Pretty what?
Busted.
Oh, I thought you said blessed.
And
Blessed with fatigue.
I mean, you gotta look at it that way.
Hashtag. Okay, so this story isn't from. I thought it was from the weekend the whole time I was going to tell it, and then I realized that factually isn't true. It's from Tuesday. We were at Malibu Kitchen on Tuesday last week because we went to Tradecraft Farms for 420. Okay, all of this to say I should have told you this story last week, but I didn't. So here we are. The whole thing. We went up to Tradecraft. Now we're leaving Malibu Kitchen, right? Now this is just one of those stories of this is how things work for me. This is why I shouldn't go out in public anymore. You know the story I'm going to tell, I think, now. We're leaving Malibu Kitchen. But because everything becomes a show, and everything becomes a scene over there. And so, there are like some more, you park your car there, and then some other people come out, and then Joe parked his GT3 there. We had breakfast with him, or lunch with him, whatever. So it becomes a car scene. And now not everybody is as familiar, whatever. Somebody is literally taking all the time in the world to leave the parking lot, right? I mean, they're clearly they're not paying. They have no idea that someone's behind them because nobody would be this discourteous, discourteous.
Discourteous, I think.
So I give a little boop, boop. I know my car. I know my horn. Very friendly. Boop, boop. Doesn't even faze them. So I'm right. They're in their own world. It has nothing to do with me. Unfortunately, I can't finagle my way around these people because of the situation in the parking lot. So one more time. Boop, boop, boop. 3 this time, but still just as quick and friendly. And the car in front of me, which is my issue, still same thing. 0 response whatsoever. But keep in mind we have the windows down. And out of my left ear, I hear, fuck! Sorry, I should have warned you. There's going to be a little bit of language. And I was startled because I was like, whoa. And I looked over, and it was this, there's no other way to say it. It was this older woman getting out of an SUV, almost like falling out of an SUV, having a moment. And she was like, she couldn't tell where it came from. And I locked eyes with her, and she goes, what the fuck? And I go, I thought about it. See, now, this is where the younger me would have been like, what the fuck? Yeah, fuck you. But the adult, enlightened version of me goes, I couldn't believe her response, right? So I just locked eyes and I was like, I'm terribly sorry to have frightened you, ma'am, or to have bothered you, madam. And she goes, well, you did. It's like, I thought I was taking the high road and she's doubling down now. I think I looked at you. Did I say it one more time? Well, I'm sorry. Well, don't do that, she said. And I looked at you and I was like, I basically had full permission to unleash the howitzers. So I said to her, with all of the adult might that I had with me, grow up, lady. And her face changed like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man when he got to the top and he was all happy and he was like, oh no! And she went about her business, but she couldn't believe what I said, and her friend had gotten out of the car now and she's like, she told me to grow up. And I said, yeah, grow up, lady. I doubled down. I said it twice too. We drove off because that guy had gotten out of the way. What a weird damn thing. What is everybody's problem? It wasn't that loud. It wasn't at her. The car wasn't even aimed in her direction.
It was a weird one. And I only heard it.
What the fuck?
Never saw her.
Stop doing it. Don't do that. She wasn't upset like, oh, my sensitive ear. None of that. It was like, you asshole, don't beep your horn. I was like, I'm using it for the intended purpose that the DOT would recommend. These are the things that happen to me. I shouldn't leave. I shouldn't leave the house. I upset somebody everywhere I go. It's unintentional. I love everybody. All right. That was the horn story. Got it out of the way. Here's this if you want.
Thanks.
Much love from our friends to our friends at Tradecraft Farms and for our friends at Tradecraft Farms. I gotta. If you're watching, which you very well might be, we got to come get some more of those pens from you. Because those are outstanding. I'm so sorry, guys. I let this just go on and on and on. That is just stacked, and I'm so sorry. Hi, everybody. Honking in L.A. is a whole thing, man. Yeah, but we were in a parking lot, and it was very friendly, very quick. I'm telling you, I mean, you guys know me. I wouldn't tell this story if I was trying to. Here's a funny story where I come out in a good light.
It's a very Larry David moment for you.
Well, it was when I yelled, "Grow up, lady."
Yeah, I mean,
and I drove away feeling pretty good about it.
that's what makes those stories great. They're so relatable until that one moment.
I didn't. I felt like a schmuck for losing my cool, but I was laughing the whole time. I told her to grow up, lady, because I saw that it did upset her, and I was like, wow, Jesus. Well, I meant it. Like, grow up, lady. I doubt she'll take it that way. All right. Last week on the East Coast feed, Mrs. Ryan and I watched it. We're going to do the replay here. It's pretty short. So this is what we all saw last week. Roll it out.
Mr. Ryan, East Coast feed for the late night playset. We're in the shop. You know what that means. Shenanigans. Brandy spanking new 2021 X6 M competition package. All the fancy shit, expensive as fucking balls. But you know what is a lot of fun? When your fiber optic lines stop working in the car, that do like the purple shit that's in here, and then you open up the car and you can't figure out what's going on. So you dig deeper. You take the seats out. You do all sorts of shit. But look at this. See all that? See if we can get in there. A little tighter. Hold on. Stay with me. Oh yeah, that's some flax seeds, some peanuts, sunflower seeds. Look, they ate all this shit down there. And that's what we call not a warranty repair and really fucking expensive. There you go.
What now? Do you remember watching that? And what did you say?
At first, it looked like mealworms.
Right. Which it wasn't. Luckily, it's not mealworms.
Yeah.
But it distracted me because did you think it was like a spilled bag, like the time the kibble was under the seats and all that in that one car? Did you think it was that kind of thing? Like, oh, these people eat nuts and flax seeds and stuff, and they drop some?
For a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's I mean, what I see here and what I was saying last week was I think that this is critters. I think critters have, you know, in the cartoon, they find a tree and they hollow out the tree and they fill it with nuts. Well, this is the same thing. It's a thing they found. If it hasn't been driving for a long time, it's just sitting in one place. Animals don't know that's going to move someday or not be there. So,
I got that this time.
So here is the update from Danbury Chive over at Ridgefield BMW. Roll it out.
Mr. Ryan, quick East Coast feed follow-up. I was just catching up on Late Night Playset, and you are correct. It is Bob Mahoney. He's worked here forever, like me. This is my year 20, by the way, in the building. Well, the new building. No, anyway, whatever. Yes, Brooke doesn't like things that are in black and white. You are correct. I did force her to get through Young Frankenstein, which, you know, that shouldn't have been in black and white, but it was for fun, which is also good. She enjoyed it. What else we had? Oh, no, you're right, Nicole. It was not worms, no mealworms, no maggots, none of that crap. It was actually mice and or rats or squirrels or something. They got in the entire, what I didn't show you is if you pull the entire carpet up front and back, littered with seeds and peanuts and all sorts of crazy shit. So that was it. It's a $9,000 repair, but hey, I don't own a $100,000 car, so I'm not too worried about it. Love you guys.
Yikes.
That is so gross.
And not, I bet, do you think it's insurable? It's not warrantyable, that makes sense, but it's got to be insurable.
Depends on the policy, but it sounds like it should be.
I'll tell you what, if they had Haggerty Insurance, through St. Clair Insurance. Here, let me tell you about St. Clair Insurance. They say all that separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. St. Clair Insurance is coverage for your toys. If your toy happens to be a something god-awful expensive 6 Series M Coupe BMW, whatever that was, and it happens to be full of nuts from some critters, you're probably going to want to call up that insurance provider. And if I were you, I wouldn't want to spend all day on the 800 number. I'd just want to text my friend and be like, you're not going to believe this shit. So if I were you, I'd check out St. Clair Insurance, get some coverage for your toys at coverageforyourtoys.com, coverageforyourtoys.com.
Coverageforyourtoys.com.
In the meantime, If you don't have St. Clair insurance yet and they haven't taken care of you and you've got a nut-full BMW, I might recommend this product. Need a lift lately? Cruise into a healthy 2021 with Cruise into Wellness CBD. The cruise is with a Z. Use promo code LATE NIGHT for 20% off your order at cruisingtowellness.com. Cruisingtowellness.com.
Cruisingtowellness.com.
Hi, this is Jay Ryan from Late Night Playset, reminding you to please like, subscribe, and comment below. This feeds the internet algorithm and us eventually as well. Be a pal. Like and subscribe. Comment. Tell your friends. Share it. It'll be fire. I'm not going to press the button again because it smoked us out last time, which I guess is the point. That's it. And much love to our friends over at Tradecraft Farms. These pens are fantastic. The pens are our preferred way of getting the stuff here. It's a little bit easier than, smoking doobies. Just kidding. I don't know what's the matter with me. I need some of that stuff. But much love to Tradecraft Farms. And Sticky Vape. Sticky Vape. We don't have a jingle written for them yet, but they've been helping us out, so we want to help them out too. Check out Sticky Vape. They're on the Instagram. Sticky with an E. Stick E.
Don't forget that part.
I think that's
like I did.
I think that's all the business. How are you feeling today? You look lovely. Everything's all color coordinated. It's really something.
A little more condensed and aligned. Better.
Aligned is great. Alignment is what we strive for.
It's mental, but yeah, for me.
Okay. Well, you're walking better than... I mean, this is a shame. I don't want to paint a good picture. You've seen her. You saw her today. This is a good day. This is a very, very good day.
We all have good and bad days.
That's it. Our guest knows. All right, Bradley. I'm trying to think if I even have any music for you or anything else. Our guest tonight is, you know him from RADwood, you know him from Jalopnik, and you're soon going to know him from Flat Sixes. We're going to talk about why...
I heard it.
What is that? Oh, is that your chair? Oh, I'm so glad. Everything is spring clean, so listen to this. Yeah. How about this? The mics probably can't hear it. Everything is so squeaky because I cleaned all the floors and everything. The rubber wheels on this are ridiculous.
Is now the time when I walk in?
I want to do this for a little while longer. Yeah, come on in, man. Oh, shit. I'm sorry about this here. Sorry, Instagram. We're here. We're nice when you two, depending on company policy. There is a coverage for Nutty BMW. I love it. I love it. Good job, St. Clair Insurance. All right. Without further ado, Bradley Brownell is going to come on in right now. Bradley, come on in. Pull that mic towards you. Make yourself comfortable.
I've always wanted to do this thing that they always do on TV.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
How was it?
Everything I wanted and more. The best it's ever been.
Right. Now, I think we got this here. So the Instagram people.
Hello, Instagram.
And then on YouTube, we're everywhere else. Let's make sure we've got you in a shot here. That looks nice. Camera 5 over there will be your camera.
You got it.
Although you don't have to look at it.
I'm gonna anyway. Staring right into camera 5's soul.
You're looking into the YouTube audience's brains.
That's right.
What is happening, man? I'm so happy to meet you. I'm
So many
happy that you're
things.
here. I know we have a lot of stuff to discuss, but we hung out for about 20 minutes before the show, and you've got a very good natural vibe. So I'm really happy you're here.
Good vibes only.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to chill out and let you talk.
You told me in the email ahead of time that this show's all about good vibes, so I brought only the best vibes.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We do strive. I mean, that's, it's true in the email. It's like we strive to broadcast love and good vibes, but authenticity is what's most important.
Yeah.
So if you're not feeling good vibes that day, as
Listen.
long as someone's authentic, that's what we want.
I'm in one of the best cities in the world. I've got my flip-flops on. Can't beat it.
Where are you from?
Originally from Michigan.
Oh.
I live in...
Where?
Kalamazoo.
That's like I went to UM, Ann Arbor.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
an hour away.
Yeah. I went to Western, so not on the same level, but
Played hockey there. I get it.
yeah.
Because she
Hockey-
played hockey.
Hockey
which is
was
cool.
hockey was intense at Western. We were very intense about our hockey.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. I currently live in Reno, Nevada,
Oh,
the ex-home of Porsche North America.
it was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Before
I have-
Atlanta?
Yeah. I have two very interesting facts. The building is still there. It used to be Porsche Tower. And Porsche is the reason that Reno has a 10,000-foot runway at the airport.
You're kidding.
Because it used to be the import city for Porsche. They would fly them from Stuttgart to Reno.
Holy crap.
Yep.
For like VIP
No,
cars or something.
every car. Yeah,
In the old days.
in the old days. Back when they were making 4,000 cars a year.
Still, that's amazing that they were flown here and not boated, not
Yeah.
shipped.
Yeah,
Wow. Look at that. You're teaching me stuff already.
I know. I'm a plethora of useless information.
No, it's great. I wonder why they picked Reno the first time. I mean, Frank Sinatra? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, who
Sammy
knows?
Davis?
Maybe. I think it's because it's as close as you can get to California without paying the California taxes.
Oh, gosh, it actually is pretty simple, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It all comes down to the money. Follow the money.
Yeah. So yeah, but I love Reno. I used to work at a little company called Stoddard, and they have an office in Reno, and someone retired there. And when I was working in Cleveland, they asked if I wanted to move to the Reno office to take the place of the guy who retired. And I was like, yeah, sure beats Cleveland, Ohio. Let's do it. So, yeah.
I've spent some time in Ohio. I don't think I've ever been to Cleveland. All I know is from the show, Cleveland Rocks.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
just been
that's kinda
through
right.
there, I think.
I didn't mind it. It's got pockets. It's pretty. It's neat.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, isn't that?
It's okay.
Is that
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Cleveland.
that's Cleveland.
Yeah. So that's a big one. That's a nice
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. I've been there once. I lived there for 3 years. I went there once. It was okay. I think once you've been there, you don't really need to go again.
No, I know. In my head, it feels like it should be significant because Paul Schaefer used to induct everybody. They were the house band for the
Yeah,
Rock
yeah.
and Roll Hall of Fame. So it feels like, oh, there's a tie-in, but it certainly isn't car related. That's for sure. Is there a car community in Cleveland? Again, I know
bit.
you left there, but
Yeah, a bit. I mean, like I said, I worked at Stoddard. They were there. ECS Tuning is there, so there's a big European car syndicate there. So it's not too bad.
it's cool.
Good enough, I suppose.
So you came to Reno
Yep.
and started a life.
Basically, yes. Yeah, so I sold Porsche parts for like 12 years for 4 or 5 different companies. And then on nights and weekends, I was writing about cars because, I'm a single facet diamond. So,
If it's on the brain, right?
Yeah.
Like you may as well do something.
yeah. So I was writing about cars on nights and weekends and kind of turned that into a career. So, yeah.
Not bad.
Now I do that for a living every day.
Is that the dream? That's the dream, right? Are you saying you
it's a-
realized the dream?
It's a pretty good dream. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of effort. And when you're starting out, it's very little money. But I've
Don't
managed
say.
I've managed to turn it into something that actually pays my mortgage. So yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty much the dream.
buddy.
I started full-time writing about 4 years ago. Did a stint at The Drive. I'm technically freelance, but I write.
The Drive, JF Musial?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
he does the
whatever-
video stuff, but
Gotcha.
yeah, back when The Drive was Time Life, Time Inc. They
I
owned
didn't
it.
know it ever was.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I'm just teaching you all kinds of new
It's
stuff.
amazing. We watched that Walter Mitty movie the other day, and it made
Yeah.
me miss
I love that
Time and Time. I think might still be around, but Life
Yeah.
magazine for sure.
Yeah.
Well, hello. Yeah.
Right. I was looking at
Yeah.
that. And then I've freelanced for basically everybody. Auto Week, a bunch of motorcycle places. I've been doing more bike stuff the last couple of years.
Are you a car guy or a bike guy?
Both.
Would you classify?
Really?
Really?
Definitely both. Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Um,
They're few and far between.
They are few and far between. That's true. I do have a saying that maybe will freak you out a little bit, but I say that the worst bike is better than the best car.
Well, it won't freak me out. I used to ride.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I used to ride, and this town stopped it.
Stopped it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
too many
I've
many
lane split-
sheets on the freeway on
Yeah,
your way
yeah.
to go ride.
Yeah.
And it's like we lived in Venice, and it was like to get the fuck out of Venice was like playing Frogger on a bike
Sure.
just to get to the canyon.
Yeah, I've definitely done lane splitting through rush hour, and that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. but yeah, I love bikes, but my passion's always been cars. I like cars as an object better, and I like bikes as an experience.
Oh,
better.
interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you ever found anything car-wise that's comparable to the bike experience? Maybe not in every way, but in some ways, or in certain ways.
Like, I think vintage cars with no windshield, speedsters, old British cars, that kind of stuff.
Ariel Adam.
Yeah, right. It's very similar. It doesn't give you the full body motion, but it's the wind in your hair and the smells and all that.
Shy of flying, I can't think of anything
I'm
that
not
will
gonna
give
fly.
you. Well, but I don't
Yeah,
know of
sure,
anything
sure.
that will give you that orientation thing.
Right.
I mean, it's like, you know how cats like kind of look at you look upside down and their orientation is
Yeah.
kind of always the same.
Maybe like
We as humans are not like that. If
maybe
you're-
like surfing
maybe
would kind of have that because you gotta like.
in my mind, the person keeps their head upright in surfing while the body does all the work.
Sure.
I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, sure.
It's like
Whereas a-
skidding. The balance is not where your eyes are.
Right.
Whereas in a plane, if you barrel roll, you barrel roll.
Yeah, right,
And that's how
right.
it is on the. I mean, when you're
Yeah.
first learning how to bike, you keep your head upright and everything.
Sure.
But once you learn to keep yourself with the bike, one mass.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of anything that would ever give you that.
Unless you're off-roading, then you got a 2-mass.
Oh no, it's a whole different situation.
I just so the reason I'm down here is because I came down to test drive a car and test ride a motorcycle.
Okay.
So I drove the Taycan Cross Turismo,
Yeah.
which was wicked.
And the embargo is lifted today.
It is, yes.
So we can talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. And then the bike that I rode was the new Harley Davidson Pan America, which is their big adventure off-roader.
Still gasoline powered.
Yes.
Because they're trying some electric stuff at Harley now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The live wire is amazing. It's probably my favorite bike.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa.
It's really good.
Here's a bike guy.
Yeah. I love it. I did a road trip on it from Reno to LA and then from LA back to Reno. And it's still tough because long distance is not what it's built for. And the
You mean
infrastructure.
comfort-wise or range-wise or
Both. Yeah. And the infrastructure is still not great and it doesn't charge super quickly. So it takes a 1-day trip into a 2-day trip.
So what is there that makes you go, that's my favorite bike right now? Like, what is so good about it?
It's so responsive and it's so in your own brain that, I mean, there's no clutch.
That's the electric, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
right.
like what Tesla did to cars. It
Yes.
changed your whole
Yeah.
idea.
There's no clutch. There's no,
Oh,
nothing. Because it's
of
just,
course.
it's
Just
just
like
crank
the
the
thing.
throttle and you're never in the wrong gear.
So wait, what limbs are you using? You don't
Just
need
right-hand
to shift
side.
and you
Yeah.
don't need to clutch, so
Yep.
only right side.
Only right side.
It seems like they
Brake
could put
and
the
brake.
brake back up here again, like
wow.
a bicycle.
Oh, that might be a little scary.
Oh, confusing people.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yank on the clutch. Right over the front wheel.
Because
That didn't- never occurred to me.
I definitely go for a phantom clutch every once in a while.
I bet.
On the, because
Don't you ever go grab for the gear shift in most cars? It's not there anymore.
no, I've gotten used to that.
Really?
Yeah.
I still grab it if I want to go to sport mode or whatever, like
Sure.
a BMW.
Yeah, sure. So that was the main reason that I was down here, and then I was like, well, as long as I'm here, I may as well extend it a week. Go be on a little media tour here,
Here you go.
and then
You are doing other shows while you're in town.
Yeah, I am.
You're doing Matt on Thursday, Smoking Tire.
On Friday actually. It got
Friday,
moved
okay.
because they're on a off-road.
Oh, then we could have had you on Thursday.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
right.
Oh, jeez.
Oh well, I'm here now.
Yeah.
And
Lynn Woodward wanted this date, though, and I was like, sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And she's moving on Thursday out of town.
Lynn is so amazing. I
Should-
love everything she does.
She's going to be here May 11th, so
Okay.
it's all figured out.
Okay, good. I wouldn't want to have bumped her. I feel bad about that.
No. So, but are you doing anything else while you're here?
And then I'm doing a car show at the end of the year for electric and electrified cars.
Oh, I meant podcasty stuff while you're in town.
Right. Oh, I'm going to be on an electric show tomorrow.
Oh, an electric show.
Yeah, there's a guy who does.
Lots of lights.
Yes, it's like laser fluid.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
They had that at my prom. Another story.
There's this guy named Jehu Garcia out.
Jay who?
Exactly.
I couldn't have it.
A little bit east of here that does Volkswagen swaps. So he's doing electric stuff with Beetles and buses and that kind of stuff. And he has a weekly podcast about electric cars. So I'm
Awesome.
going to be on that.
What's it called? Do we know? Oh, you can't remember.
Jehu
That's why you were
Garcia-
being very nice about it.
I think it's Jehu Garcia's podcast or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll find it. It's out there.
Fair enough.
And then, so while I'm in town, I'm looking for a venue for the show in December.
Scouting.
So I'm doing some venue scouting. I've got I had a meeting just before this, which was actually really cool, but the venue is very expensive. And then everything here is ridiculously expensive. And then Thursday, because the podcast got bumped, Thursday is I'm visiting like 4 sites.
Oh, cool.
So
To scout for the
Yeah.
thing.
yeah,
How big are you trying to? Can you say?
like 150 to 200 cars.
Okay.
Yeah, is the
Should
goal.
be a lot of cool choices or
Yeah.
a lot of cool options.
Yeah. Busy Moto's bringing some stuff. He's got his electric 935.
Yeah,
He's
this
got
thing
a-
is ridiculous.
He's got a Kona electric that he slammed on airbags. He's got this hypermiling Hyundai of some kind that gets like 95 miles to the gallon
Oh
because
my
he did
God.
some weird stuff with the computers and
Genius.
yeah.
Did you know that he is our good old friend Tori is doing a new version of MythBusters called Motor MythBusters, and with Busy Moto is our Grant, like it's the other guy,
No,
and then there's a girl as well.
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah,
We used to be
he's-
friends with those guys.
and he's such a character. Like he's got the
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we knew Grant really well, and Grant
Right.
was a little fucking genius, and
Yeah.
Busy is a little fucking genius.
Right.
Seriously, like it's a
Right.
great casting. It really is.
Yeah, I love everything he does. He's so awesome.
So that'll be cool to have him
yeah.
involved.
Yeah, and then I was at EV West yesterday. They've done a bunch of Porsche swaps, and they
A lot
do
of everything, right?
Volkswagen. Yeah, they're huge.
Are they the ones that take the Tesla
Yeah,
power plant? Yeah, okay, that's cool. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Putting that in a little. Telefunken was doing it for a little bit too. It's pretty amazing.
yeah. His stuff is so great, and I went down there and I remember when they were just 2 bays, 2 little garage bays, and now it's like 25 bays.
Wow.
It's grown so huge. So, and that's one of the reasons I love LA is because right now electric hot rodding is where gasoline hot rodding was in the 50s. Because it's like take big thing out of luxury sedan,
That's
Put it-
exactly what it was.
put it in small thing, go fast.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. So, yeah, I'm really stoked on where electric stuff is right now, and Taycan is amazing.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it.
I love the Taycan. I think it's a great car. I recommend it all the time.
Yeah,
I haven't driven the Sport Turismo one yet.
I think only about 7 people have in the U.S.
Yeah.
So, yeah, luckily
Congratulations
I'm one
being
of them.
one of them. Yeah,
Right.
congratulations being on that list.
I tested the Turbo S at the end of 2019. I tested the standard model rear wheel drive like 3 months ago, whenever that was. The purple one with the purple interior,
Yeah.
the pinkish one with the purple interior. That thing was, I loved it.
Was it like a raspberry or
Yeah,
something? Yeah.
gorgeous.
I think it was called raspberry. I think it was.
I think it was frozen berry.
It was
Was
something
the
frozen
exterior.
berry. It sounded like a frappuccino, of like a frozen daiquiri drink.
Yes, yes,
That's a silly name.
yeah. Frozen berry was the exterior. I think raspberry was the interior.
Was it actually frozen
think-
berry? So I'm not
yeah.
kidding. It like one of those things you buy.
And it
Just
was
add vodka.
given my choices, I would have the rear wheel drive sedan. That's the one I
100%.
would pick.
Oh, I see.
But then I drove the Taycan Cross Turismo 4,
Yeah.
which is the least expensive one you can buy of the wagony one.
Yes.
And
Still rear wheel drive. No, that's four wheel drive.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive. So it's got a front
Are
motor.
they not doing that one in rear wheel drive?
Correct.
The wagon? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the 911 with Targa. Targas have to be 4-wheel drive. I don't know why, but they do.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. No, I'm with you. Rear wheel drive wagon would have been my choice given my druthers.
Yeah. The downside of the wagon is they're all lifted like 20 mil, and they all have the plastic cladding, so it looks more crossovery because that's what people want to buy.
Audi all road kind of deal.
Yeah. But you don't lose a ton in dynamics. I mean, it's easily as good as the sedan, but just a little You feel a little more dive under braking, a little more roll through the corners.
But all of that's programming, right?
Exactly.
Every single bit.
Well,
of it.
and it's just a little taller. So you know, even at its lowest setting, you're still a little above the regular setting for the sedan.
Right.
Just slightly.
Again, though, it's all moving
Yeah.
numbers around these days.
Sure.
So like they can reprogram it at that. I think of what Bentley and all the other guys do with moving high weight around. It's like
Sure.
the technology's there these days.
Yes.
I'm
And
wondering what models are they going to offer in the wagon? Do you know? Like are they
right
going to have
now-
the full turbo and the whole deal?
Yeah.
They
Right
do.
now it's 4 turbo and turbo S.
Gotcha.
And
that
I
is,
assume
all right.
there's going to be a 4S. There might already be. I don't actually know that
No,
right
you're
off
hitting-
the top of my head.
It's just everything but the 2.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything but the rear wheel
Yeah.
drive.
But there's no 4 of the sedan. There's only 4S.
Yeah, that's true. The base is the 2. So the base, okay. They're doing that with the M cars now too, right?
Yeah.
Like even the M5. Is it the M3 is 4-wheel drive now too?
Yeah, you can get it optional. Yep.
Wait, what? It's optional? You can
Yeah.
get it 2 or 4-wheel
Yeah.
drive? I am over cars. We are getting rid of this shit right at the right time. Everything for everyone.
Yeah.
How does that work for you in your life with market? I mean, a lot of the sites you do, well, you don't deal with the marketing part of it, do you? You're
Not
just
really.
creative
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
How
Yep.
does the marketing work these days in your business?
It's a good question.
You just write
mean-
and somebody else makes sure it gets read? Is that the idea?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm content creation. So there's obviously I do some work with social media and I do some work with making sure that it's Google clickable. But yeah, for the most part, I just write it and it goes up on the site, and then it's somebody else's job to make sure it gets eyeballs.
Wow.
So
That's the hard job, that guy.
yeah, right.
Whoever that guy is.
Um,
That guy deserves a raise.
I think it's a guy named Algorithm.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
I see. I always thought it was Alga, and his last name was Rhythm.
Oh,
But all
sure,
right, so
sure.
I was wrong.
Yeah, it's Albert. It's Albert Garitham. That's his name. So
This is why you're the writer.
I guess
Good. You're punching it up right here, live time.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing that I don't understand about cars is like how like none of what we say really has any bearing on what people buy.
How can that be?
Because they go to the dealer that they're familiar with, and they go, "Give me a gray one."
No.
And they go, "Well, we don't have a gray one in stock right now." And they go, "Okay, well, I'll take a white one." What do you want? Whatever. Whatever I can afford. What's my monthly payment on this that I can get it under $300? Well, we don't have anything that's under $300. Okay. How about $350? Okay, we can do $350. That's how they sell cars now.
Yeah.
They sell it like a refrigerator. You go in and go, "I want that one."
Wow. I mean, I used to be in the car business when I was like 18 years
Yeah,
old,
yeah.
and it was different.
Yeah.
It was different, and everything was hidden. And nowadays, everything's kind of transparent.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it you used to sell the car and get them everywhere, which way you could. Nowadays, are you?
undercoating and
Yeah, all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's the movie. What is it? Fargo. I mean, all of that shit's real. Yeah, but you're gonna want that True Coat.
yeah.
That's all very real. The old school guys. Bob Gale, the wonderful Bob Gale from Back to the Future, his first movie, Used Cars, goes through all of it. Highly recommend. What I can't wrap my head around is that people are payment shopping these days. And that was even
yeah.
happening 10 years ago when I
Yeah.
was still buying new cars. I would overhear people at the next table, and they're just payment shopping. That's all it is these days. You just gotta. It's because it's the subscription lifestyle. Is that where we are?
It's the most you can afford per month for the biggest thing you can get for that money is what people are looking for.
Wow. And
And
is it?
I
What is
don't
it
know
for these
why.
days? Is it flexing? Is it for the neighbors keeping up with the Joneses, or do they really want? Because like a Grand Cherokee is a super nice car these days. Well, that's expensive now, but
Yeah, those
there
are-
are other
those are
cheap,
100 grand.
inexpensive cars that
Well,
are
no,
really,
not
really
quite.
nice.
Yeah.
A Hyundai is really nice these days.
Yeah. That's the thing is like if anybody tells you that something they tested was bad, they're wrong
Or bad
for
mood.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Like,
Or something
there's-
there was an error with the car or a
Right,
problem, a
yeah,
broken thing
yeah.
or something.
There's almost no bad cars these days. Everything is built to a higher standard. Everything comes with everything. Standard equipment on cars now is better than it's ever been.
Yeah.
and it's just everything is so expensive. I mean, there's like 10 cars on the market under $20,000.
Wow, that's where we've gotten
Yeah.
in the last 5 years since we haven't bought a car.
And most of
That's
them are
crazy.
like $19,995.
oh yeah.
yeah.
yeah, that base, yeah,
Yeah.
the metallic paint and the
right.
delivery, whatever.
Yeah.
Destination charge.
The car world is weird. You know, everything's going electric, which I personally love. Everything is, and I mean, once we lost manuals, it may as well all be electric. That, in my opinion.
No, I agree. Drive-by-wire is what it was for me. Once that
Okay.
all started, it was like, eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, the electric cars don't even have them, but the dual clutches in every car are so good these days.
Right. Yeah.
It's hard to deny, and I'm a manual guy.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that you know, once Corvette M3, well, M3 you can still technically get a stick, but like nobody's ordering it. Corvette.
Basm had a M4 base the other
Yeah.
day in stick, and it was cool. I actually looked at it, even
Yeah.
with all the
Yeah.
stuff, just because it was
I
manual.
think the stick is the saving grace of the M.
Just because you were moving there was
Yep.
something mechanical still happening.
I haven't technically driven that one yet, but I've been in one. They're neat.
The base would be a rear-wheel drive then, right?
Yes.
Or is the M4 only rear-wheel drive?
No, you can get that. I think you can get that all-wheel drive too.
Why would you? I want to add that weight. I'll never understand.
Yeah.
Going back to what that car originally was, the lightweight 3 Series,
Yeah.
4-cylinder.
Yeah. E30 M3 was like the quintessential lightweight momentum car because
Yeah.
it wasn't ever very fast. It was
never very fast, but you could keep your pedal down, and
Yeah.
like a 356 just steer through
right
the corners.
Right. Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, all over the place. Sorry.
New cars are kind of crazy. I do write about them, but I try not to. Most of what I write about is motorcycles, which is why I've gone, because like new motorcycles still excite me. New cars, they're all pretty good.
Interesting. A lot of guys are getting into bikes these days, or back into bikes. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just the tides.
Yeah, maybe. And I think there's just a ton of really good bikes out there. There's a lot of companies building some really exciting stuff. So motorcycles, racing, Porsches, and electric cars is like basically my things that I write about these days.
Can we switch gears and talk about RADwood?
Yeah,
RADwood is like really fucking cool and shit.
I appreciate you saying that.
No, it is. It's one of those things that came up out of nowhere, and it's like celebrating a time that people used to make fun of, and now it's damn cool again. And
Yeah.
I'm crediting RADwood. I mean,
Yeah.
again, the
It was-
ties we just mentioned, but
It was
RADwood.
it was cool in the time. It got less cool after it was over. Then it was ironically cool,
Yeah.
and now it's cool again.
Ironically, cool is where it's at, though. I still like that.
Yeah. So
But you're full cool again.
yeah, and I think we did have something to do with that. I mean, we're not going to take full credit because the enthusiasm for those cars has always existed. You know,
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Yes, it has always existed, but then it got amplified because more people then became
absolutely
aware.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, we're doing this now. I used to love that.
But when before it was ironically cool, somebody with a Geo Storm loved their Geo Storm.
100%.
So the enthusiasm for these individual cars, like individual people that come to our shows that bring their cars that have had them for 30 years, we didn't invent that. We're just giving them a place for it to be cool and okay.
Yeah. Corkyville.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. So
Where Paul Kramer and his Isuzu Impulse can
Yeah.
totally fit right the fuck in.
I had
Excuse my
breakfast with
language
him this
tonight.
morning.
Did you really?
Yeah. And he was like, I got to keep that car at least until I can bring it to a Radwood. And I was like, yeah, you should.
Yeah,
So-
that's exactly right. He wanted to get rid of it last year, but
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
Was that a customer's GT3 he was in? Not a customer. Was that a client car? Whatever.
I believe it's a for
He's
sale car.
He's
yeah.
got to keep that car. That's his dream car.
He's buying a 997.
He put a deposit on a 997.
Yeah.
He put a deposit on a 997 this morning, and then he drove to breakfast the car he really wants. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just get it. Just get it.
Silver 996 GT3.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, these are 6-figure cars now. I'm like, oh, God.
That's crazy.
I remember when they were 50.
48.
Yeah. And I couldn't quite stretch to get one then, and I definitely can't now.
That stretches a little bit further. God.
But anyway, yeah, I'm a big fan of Paul's. He's a cool guy. If he's watching right now, that's great. If he's not, then don't tell him I said this.
Okay, I paused a YouTube video where a guy is running analytic tests on Sea Sponge DMT. What's this about? Okay, this is somebody else. Oh, the algorithm told me everyone is talking about the algorithm today. LOL, great. Thanks, Skynet. Thumbs up for the effort. Thanks for stream. That's from Russell. I don't know who that is. And can I do this? Oh, look at that. I can do that. Oh, wow. I should just do that from now on.
Look at that.
See, we're discovering new things over here. Spring cleaning. So Paul Kennel's not on YouTube, but he's probably over there on
Okay.
Instagram.
All right. Well, anyway. Don't tell Paul I said I like him because he'll use it against me.
Oh, we love Paul.
Yeah, he's great.
Better call Paul. Shop smart.
That's right.
All right, so RADwood is one of the coolest car shows ever.
thank you.
Congratulations for putting that together.
Thank you.
When's the next one?
We actually just announced it is July 10th in San Francisco area.
Oh,
Just south
like
of
Golden Gate Park or something?
No, just south of the city on the peninsula on the bay.
Oh,
So
very nice.
We got a nice event center. It'll be an indoor-outdoor show. So room for lots of cars. We've already sold tickets for like 200 cars.
Oh my gosh! So this is happening. This is already happening.
Yeah. Tickets available now.
At radwood.com?
Call by phone. No.
That's right. Sunday. Watch them shake hands with the devil. They race through the gates of hell.
You'll pay for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Bigfoot, barefoot, gravedigger. Raceway Park at the Nassau Coliseum.
Radwood.com.
Have you guys had a good old school monster truck at Radwood yet? But why not?
We need one.
We need one.
Paul should buy his next car when he sells the Isuzu. He should buy Bigfoot and bring Bigfoot.
Probably Bigfoot might be a tall order, but we could probably get like Godzilla or one of those other ones that kind of, just short-lived.
Yeah.
3-man team. Rent a trailer kind of thing.
So, yeah, we've already got plans for a show in the Pacific Northwest. We've got plans for a show in Los Angeles in November.
Oh. That's the one I was asking.
Yeah, well, yeah. Forget I said that. You should go to the one in San Francisco.
Let's hit them all.
Yeah, hit them all. And then we're looking for one in the Midwest, probably one in Texas, and potentially another one. So.
What are the actual requirements to get into Radwood? To show your car.
The car has to be built from 1980 to 1999. We do allow a little bit of overage. So if you have an earlier car that was visually indistinguishable from a car that was sold in 1980, so you have like a 78 Scirocco.
Same body style.
Yeah. And then anything that was earlier that is modified specifically to be in period.
Oh, interesting.
So like say you've got a mid-year 911, you've put big flares and a slant nose kit on. That's perfectly fits, no problem.
Okay.
So, anything that's like if it was like the ZZ Top car, like clearly not built in 80 to 99.
No, but it was built into that hot rod in the 80s. Yeah,
exactly.
I see. So anything
then,
within the spirit of 80
yes.
to yeah.
And then, or like we had the Spicoli van from Fast Times.
I don't remember what it looked like, but I'm assuming it's like a moon window van type of thing.
No, it was a Volkswagen bus, red with like yellow.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was like a '60s bus, but it was very clearly the movie car.
Awesome.
So they were allowed in. And then if you have something built 2000 and later, it has to be visually indistinguishable from a 99. So like a 2000 996 works, a 2001 996 because it got different headlights doesn't.
No good. Interesting.
So
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of interesting because it's almost like if you want to go to the show, you gotta find a car for it. Like how Lemon started. You know?
Yeah.
There was that whole chase of like, well, I got to find something quirky and cool.
Right.
There's a little bit of that. Like people have these cool, awesome collectible cars, but also I feel like people go find a costume at the Goodwill.
Something to fit. Yeah.
And is that cool too?
We definitely encourage people to dress up, even if you don't bring a car, even if you don't have a car, you don't want to buy a car, you don't have space for a car, you can, hollow out some room in your closet for a really cool Radwood era outfit.
Oh yeah,
So-
do the Dapper Day type of thing
Yeah,
with
yeah,
RADwood.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had a guy fly into a show with a Halliburton case full of white powder,
Oh yeah.
and he was like full, 1987 day trader with the suspenders and the loose-fitting jacket and
Like
everything.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. So you can definitely do that. We encourage that.
That's funny.
I mean, we don't encourage white powder on an airplane, but if you're gonna do it, at least document it.
Gosh, I'm just thinking. I mean, a white Testarossa with that
Yeah.
with that case
Yes.
on the hood would be just
Yes.
perfect. Yeah, that sells the whole image. Miami
Yep.
Vice and everything.
Yep, for sure.
You want to talk about flat sixes?
Sure.
Anything you can tell us?
One more thing about RADwood.
Oh, please.
Radforsale is our auction platform. So if you're looking to buy and or sell a RADwood era car, we've got a platform for you. So we're ramping that up. We've had some really, really good sales. We came very, very close to the record sale for a 944 Turbo Cup.
Oh,
Sold
congratulations!
for $90,000.
Dear Lord.
Yeah. The only one that was more expensive was one that was sold at, I believe it was a Bonhams. And it was, are you familiar with the Taj Garage collection in Ohio?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah,
Okay. He had one that was never
because
raced.
of the name. It's the
Right.
name that made me. Yeah.
Yeah. He had one that was never raced. The only one that was never raced. So that one went for like $6,000 more than the one that we sold.
Wow.
So, and then we sold the GPZ 900 Ninja. That was it, not the actual bike, but the Top Gun bike.
Mm-hmm.
We sold one of those for what we think is a record price. So
Oh, wild.
yeah,
Well, congratulations with that. Is it all through the same RADwood site, or is it a different site?
it's radforsale.com, but you can get
Radforsale.com.
to it from radwood.com. So,
Awesome.
yeah, that's cool. So
Is
flat
it
sixes.
yeah, but hang on.
you
I have a question.
okay, you have a
Follow up.
question.
Follow up.
All right.
Do you
Is that
ha-
what hosts do?
Is it the
Is
same?
they have
No, I'm just I told you I should have done a card because then it keeps me on. Otherwise, I'm just so curious naturally. For the auction site, is it the same parameters as the show from 80 to
Yes.
90 and the same
Correct.
visual?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
fair enough. Good.
We have a slightly stricter look for the car. If it's, we are allowing project cars and things like that, but if it's like modified outside the period,
Oh, sure.
big wheels, modern stereo, that kind of stuff, it's kind of like, maybe
Probably find a different site for that.
somewhere else.
Okay,
So
fair enough. Now
Yeah.
flat sixes.
yes,
You have some news about
yes,
flat sixes.
I didn't have enough to do, so I am now co-running a website called flatsixes.com. Familiar to
Congratulations.
hopefully some of the Porsche enthusiast listeners here. I've been writing there for like 8 years. And unfortunately, the owner passed away a couple of years ago, and his wife took over. And she decided earlier this year that she wanted to move on from it. So I put together a group, and a couple of friends of mine and I are now running the website.
Congratulations.
So, thank you.
Very cool.
We relaunched last Wednesday.
It's fresh.
It's
Fresh news.
Fresh.
Hot off the presses.
And we're trying to have average 2 new posts every day, so there's always new content. Sign up for the newsletter. We'll be sending newsletters out starting tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
What is flat sixes other than a content? Like I look at the content.
yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
It's a all about Porsche blog.
Okay.
Every aspect of the Porsche brand we try to cover as in depth and as thorough as we can. News, reviews, historic content. I recently went and visited. I can't think of the name of it. The brand new Porsche dealership that's part of.
Santa Clarita.
Yes.
Yeah. They're amazing.
The
Part of,
Wonderground.
Galpin.
Yes.
Yeah,
Galpin, yeah.
The Wonderground, which
Yeah.
is they go, oh, the Peterson has a vault. Oh, we'll just make ours marble.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Holy cow.
So I went and visited that and took some photos and did a little write up on that. Like everybody should go. It's very cool.
Yeah, Galpin knows what they're doing. I mean, Galpin Autosports.
Bo is a real enthusiast, real deal, hardcore car guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to appeal to people like you and I.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, that was cool. So, events, doing stuff, anything to do with Porsches, it'll be on the site.
Love it. And then the Instagram for that is very enjoyable as well.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's been me for the last couple of years.
Okay. Well, it changed. It used to kind of be like those cartoons that it was
Right,
really
right,
meme
right.
city for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it kind of became like, oh wait, they're creating
Doing stuff.
real. Yeah, it's not just a repost page.
Right.
Not to say that that's all it ever was, but like there were some of those,
Sure. Yeah.
cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not your bag, baby.
No, it's not. I like being part of the community, getting out there, experiencing cars.
Good for you. So you do a lot of in-person stuff. I mean,
Try
RADwood,
to.
obviously.
Yeah. The last year's been a little difficult, but I got both my jabs, so I'm good to
Congratulations,
go.
Pfizer man.
Yeah.
He's a Pfizer man.
Both my parents work at Pfizer. I
Oh,
didn't get
no
a family
way!
discount.
But did you choose it because of that?
No, I didn't get to choose. They just gave me the one.
that's cool.
What was available.
I mean, I guess if both of your folks are in pharmaceuticals, it's kind of like there's only so many. But
Yeah.
But still.
I was telling you right before the show, like we had Justin Bell here
Mm-hmm.
like a week or so ago, right before Justin Bell was in the hospital, and he was talking about his shot. He goes, "Oh, I got it just 2 days before, or whatever," and he told me the whole thing. It was so easy. You just go over to Pierce College. And I went online and I did the whole thing. And the day between when I made the appointment and the day I was going to get it, there was a day in between. And that was the day that they go, "Oh no, you can't get Johnson & Johnson one take anymore. We're gonna look at that for a little bit."
Yeah.
And then Justin Bell ended up in the hospital with a fucking blood clot in his head. So I don't know what to say or do about that.
Hopefully not related. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know.
I hope it is related.
Well,
it would
sure.
be weird if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like then,
Yeah.
because he's
You're
so
right.
healthy otherwise.
Sure.
I mean, I don't want to blame it on that, especially.
Yeah.
Although it's Johnson & Johnson, it's a different company.
Yeah. I didn't get that trash.
I think they're Bausch and Lomb. That's right. You would. I'm not putting that thing in me.
Yeah, I definitely recommend getting your shot so we can get back to doing shows.
That's what we need to do.
Go out and have fun with cars again. It'll be awesome.
Can I ask you some Instagram questions from people around here?
Yeah.
Is this is from St. Clair Insurance? This isn't for you. Is that building over your left shoulder still St. Clair Insurance Real Estate? Yes, it is actually. Jeff St. Clair, way over there. That's not for you. Okay. Flat Sixes says yes. Cruising to Wellness says yes. RADwood says yes. All right, so we don't have any there. I had some over there, but we can't get to them. What's the most common question you've ever been asked?
How did RADwood start? I guess people ask me that all the time.
Oh, that's good. Look at this. We put this up here. There we go. You need to see the dealership in Florida. Go Moderna. Do you want
Meme City back?
Portland? No, we don't. Now, how are you doing that here?
There's multiples of us.
Oh, yeah, that's the secret.
Yep.
You need multiples.
I have a clone that's working out in the parking lot.
Oh, that's smart.
No, there's
Teresa.
a group of us. A friend of mine, Chad, is. I'm guessing that's who's on there. I don't actually know.
Chad, is that you? Flat Sixes, Chad?
But we've got a few writers. Whereas before it was me and one other guy. Now we've got a team because we're working together with a larger media group. So there's writers that are able to share between websites. So the other site in the group right now is called evpulse.com.
That's
All
amazing.
electric.
So you've got all different.
Yeah.
I would imagine that burnout's an issue for me. I would imagine that having multiple people on your team will help.
It will. Yes.
Relieve
Absolutely.
burnout.
Absolutely. I was just talking to my therapist about burnout, and they were like, you've got a problem with this. You need to slow down a little bit. And I was like, how long is this going to take? Because I've got so much stuff to do.
That's the human problem, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're there in the first place.
Right,
Oh
right.
my gosh.
No,
That's all of us,
that's just
man.
a joke. I didn't actually ask for that.
No, but that's all of us.
Yeah.
It is all of us.
Yeah, I definitely have a problem with overworking myself. It actually put me in the hospital once, and I need to not do that again. So,
Heart or stress or both?
stomach ulcers with stress. Yeah.
That's the worst. You eat your problem. You don't even let it out at all. You're like,
I was on a plane and had a seizure because I ran out of oxygen. So that was cool.
your body was so low,
Yeah.
your levels. Well, that's like COVID. That's the whole problem with
Right.
COVID. Wow. How long ago was that?
Summer 19, so a year and a half ago. Well, almost 2 years ago now.
Was it a wake-up call in any way? It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, it was. It was. I mean,
How have you changed your life since this day?
I don't drink coffee anymore, which was a big part of it. I was drinking like 4 cups a day.
That's bad.
That's real bad.
For your capillaries.
Yeah. I would say I cut back on alcohol, but then COVID happened and I was staying home every day, and I was like,
It's everybody.
I think I might drink a little more.
We
I stopped eating spicy foods for the most part, and I take a daily antacid.
Well,
And
these are all very mild things to they're
yeah.
all very small.
Yeah. And now I'm vegetarian, so I do.
Well, that's really good for you.
I did.
That's a pretty major lifestyle.
Yeah.
change.
So I don't. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm eating better. It just means I'm not eating meat.
Yeah. Flat Sixes says yes. That's whoever.
must be Chad,
Chad.
okay.
Hi, Chad.
All right. Hi, Chad.
Bobby Bass says, "Hey y'all, Car Bibles is here. What's up, Car Bibles?
Nice.
Andrew, good to see you, Andrew. Andrew, who I always want to.
Have you had him on,
Yeah.
Andrew? I love Andrew. I
He's-
used to work with him at Jalopnik, and then he left us, and now he's dead to me. So.
Is he still Andrew at large? Is that still
Yeah.
his thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But his real name is Andrew P. Collins, right?
Yes.
But because Andrew P. Collins, I don't
Yeah,
know
you
why.
got to have the middle initial.
But then it becomes Collinsworth to me. Andrew P. Collinsworth. He's a movie character all of a sudden.
Okay.
From like
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, right.
Where's the exit? How do I get out of here?
Had enough already. What do you need to tell us that we haven't gotten to? There's
God.
been no structure here today.
No.
So I want to make sure that we get to what we need to. Flat Sixes is yours and new.
Yes.
RADwood, there's new shows coming, and the auction site's going great.
Yes.
What else? Jalopnik, anything going on with them? You're writing
yeah,
over there still, right?
Yeah. I run the evenings at Jalopnik, so
What does that mean?
because I'm West Coast and everybody else is East Coast.
So they have like a news desk?
Sort of, yeah.
no shit.
I mean, basically, when everyone else is done for the day, I run the rest of the night. So from technically, I'm supposed to be on right now, but
You mean on the Instagram page?
no, I mean on the website.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So from
Is it like a mod? Like, I don't know what
No.
it means. Or you're creating,
I'm creating
content
content
during that time.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
creating
I'm
content.
sorry.
yeah,
So they run it like shifts, I guess.
kinda, yeah. I mean,
Did you know that?
I had no idea.
when everybody on the East Coast leaves at 5 p.m., I take over.
I mean, that's a lot of power. You
Yeah.
can make it whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, I can.
What, do you
And
need
I do.
Do you need a talk show? Because we can make this whatever anybody wants.
No, I usually do 2 to 3 blogs a night. I have space for 4 to 5, so some people leave me stuff at the end of the day that hasn't gotten published yet, so I'll schedule that
Oh.
in, and then I'll take over and I'll write it, edit it, publish it, ready to go.
Wow.
Nobody even looks at it.
And it's
Just
like a shift at work.
straight from my brain to the world.
You mean no editor?
No editor.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
the
I mean.
editor.
It's a power position.
Yeah. I've been
It's late night. You get it? It's like late
Yeah,
night. It's
yeah.
like, oh, from this to this, it's the only thing on that channel.
Yeah. So I've been lucky in that I've kind of always had that. I've never really had
Boss.
a boss. Yeah. So
You're doing something right.
I jump on, I make stuff work, and they trust me to know that it's going to be good, legible, relatively coherent, and about something interesting.
Can't get too drunk.
Yeah. Right. No, I get drunk
Hemingway.
after.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No,
No,
do you smoke? No, do you?
I don't smoke.
Oh, you don't smoke pot?
I don't smoke. No.
Oh, but what is the? Do you remember the old adage? It's do you write high and
Write
edit?
drunk, edit sober.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
That was a Hemingway.
Right,
yeah.
drunk, edit
Yeah,
sober. That makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So, there's
But I don't
no
do
pot
that.
at all in that.
Well, I guess there could be.
It's all different now.
But yeah. I try not to anyway.
Yeah.
I might have a one or two, but
Well, I'm just
Maybe
asking
5.
California. California. Oh, you mean drinking?
yeah.
Yeah. You don't the other thing at all.
I'm.
It's not legal in a lot of places.
It's
so-
legal in Nevada. We voted it in like 3-4 years ago. I'm asthmatic, so I just
Interesting.
try to stay away from smoke of
Yeah.
of most kinds.
I am too.
Every once in a while, I'll vape, but
That's where that's all I can handle. If I have a little bit of a real joint.
smoking the reefer.
Yeah, I mean it's just like the movies. Boop, boop, fucking birdies and shit.
Every once in a while, edibles are fine. I just
I
don't.
like the edibles a lot. Yeah.
I just don't partake much.
The edibles are nice. I don't know, it clears my head.
Maybe in a party setting or something, but like it's been so long since I've been able to do that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, right. When was the last party you went to?
So what am I going to do? Sit at home, have an edible, and watch a movie or something? I'm like, I'll be all right.
The fifth element. I am the sixth element. All right. So great things going on for you. And can you make this a stop whenever you're in town?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Like
As
you
long-
don't have to have something to promote. You can just. I
Yeah.
mean, we just shot the shit. I
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
that you don't mind this show back when you see it.
You want to talk about my cars?
Yeah. Do you want to?
Sure.
All right.
I drove a 912E down.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
76.
Yep. That's my. I pulled it out of a barn.
Oh, is that why you said I can drive it on, but I may not want to? Is that what you meant?
I don't remember when I said that.
You said I can drive it on Friday if I want to.
Oh yes, yeah, because it's slow and stiff.
Slow and stiff.
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect for the crest.
Yeah.
Momentum.
Yeah. I pulled it out of a barn in San Francisco like 5-6 years ago, and it didn't run. It had 4 flat tires. You know, a buddy of mine gave me a really good deal on it. And
Do you know this car?
No.
It looks like a impact bumper 911, but it happens to be a 4-cylinder 912.
they
What color is yours? Oh,
Yes.
I don't know.
what color do you love?
Well, green's nice, and blue, and red, of course, and orange, and well, purple,
You just love them
gray,
all.
silver.
I figured it would be yellow.
Do you have the Tanner Faust car?
I have the exact same color as Tanner Faust.
No kidding. Does it have the brown interior too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mine's a
Black.
red interior.
No way. Yellow
Yeah.
with red
Yeah.
from Porsche?
Yep.
Dude, that's cool.
So my options list is very weird. It's sunroof delete, radio delete, sport seats,
this is great.
red interior, paint to sample,
Oh my God. Look at that.
and endurance fuel tank.
But this was supposed to be the inexpensive version.
Yep.
And like,
Yep.
so
They gave
funny.
it every sport option and deleted anything that was like luxury.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
it was
like
it
that.
was cheap, but it was like it had the stiff seats. It had and I think it might have had conies as well, but they're long gone, obviously.
Sure.
So I had it for a long time, drove it for, I don't know, 40,000 miles. Finally popped the motor in summer of 19, had the motor rebuilt. Rebuilt the suspension myself last year with stiffer torsion bars, stiffer sway bars, new shocks, all new control arms, everything. So
Awesome.
It's
sorted.
yeah, all new bushings, all yeah.
Does it have the original power plant?
Yeah,
Has anything been done to it?
it's fully rebuilt. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and
but I mean, like,
a little. You mean power?
I do mean power.
We did.
If you got it every bit it was in '76, I mean, good for you.
Yeah.
But like, has Benton seen it?
Benton has not seen it. I gave it to a shop in Reno called Buggy Barn, and they do Volkswagen stuff.
As long as you've done something.
Yeah,
Just because they never breathed really well enough
Right.
for what they were.
Right,
If you
yes.
just, it's like a scooter. If you just bore it out a little bit, all of a sudden you get some horses.
So it's got the European 2-liter 914 pistons and cylinders, which is a little higher compression.
Okay.
It's got street cam. So,
Cam and compression will do both.
yeah.
That's huge.
and it's got hydraulic lifters, so I never have to worry about adjusting.
What about power do you think it's putting out now?
I would guess like 105-ish.
Well, that's pretty good. It was what, 80?
88
88?
was fresh, factory fresh.
20-ish out of it.
Yeah,
pretty
give or
good.
take.
Pretty good.
It's decent. It's also basically running straight pipes, so it's
Oh,
very, very, very loud.
But there's some power there too.
A little bit, yeah. So it's a fun little car.
How long have you had it?
I think 5-6 years,
for
something
you.
like that.
Are you keeping this one?
Yeah,
Is this a keeper?
that's a forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little rough around the edges. I don't think anybody but me would want it.
That's fine.
So-
It's almost better that way.
Yeah,
Because then
right.
you're not tempted to sell it.
Right. I've had a bunch of people stop because I park it out front of my house.
Oh gosh.
And I've had so many people like knock on my door and say, "Is this for sale?" And I go, "Not really, but everything's for sale for a price. If you want to make an offer, I'll listen to you."
Is anybody even close?
Every single time they go, "Oh, I don't even know what I would offer."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, why are you knocking on my door?"
You just want to know if you could have it?
Right. Theoretically,
People are funny, aren't
it's
they?
for sale.
That lady.
So if
Don't
I-
use your horn. What? What? This is the purpose for the horn.
I've never used my horn
Ever?
ever.
Well, wait a second. Is this one of those things like putting your seat back on the airplane where some people just don't know it's rude?
Maybe. Yeah.
Like-
I don't put my seat out back on an airplane. I mean,
Because
I'm
you know it's
6'3", so
But you could use that inch,
I could,
but you don't do
but
it.
I don't. Because if somebody did it into me, I'd be mad.
The golden rule, man. Not
Yeah.
enough people live that way.
Yeah. But
Won't you be my neighbor?
I guess. And then I have a 86 944 Turbo that lives in
Nice.
Los
I had
Angeles
one of those.
with a friend.
What color?
White,
Oh, mine was black.
brown interior.
Cool.
Yeah, real cool. 450,000 miles.
It's technically an 86 and a half, right?
Yeah.
Because that was what I had too. It was a
Right.
mid-year is when
Yeah.
I launched
It's
that
the
car.
rounded dash.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that car.
Yep.
How is it for you? Do you
Great.
still enjoy it?
Yeah, love it. It's so fast. I mean, this one's had a few modifications, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. And then I have a 83 Euro, no sunroof, 944.
Oh, that's cool. No sunroof is rare.
Yeah.
They all had that little pop-up deal.
Mm-hmm. And then I have a 97 Boxster that I'm turning into a weird hybrid track car.
Okay. Like you're going to spec it out?
So it's not going to have a windshield,
Oh,
and it's going to have a roll bar, and it's going to have,
you make like a Can-Am car out of it.
yeah.
Cool.
I
You're
should
a little bit nutty, man. I
little
fucking
bit.
dig you.
little
Yeah,
bit.
that's cool.
That's
Cool.
I should have sent you the file because we actually have a rendering of what we want it to look like, but it's inspired by the 68 Daytona 24 winning 907 Longheck, but instead of the yellow, it's Porsche's hybrid green that
That really bright
Yeah.
poison green.
yes, because it's going to have an electric motor powering the front axle and the gasoline motor powering the rear axle. So because 996 C4 uprights bolt right into a Boxster,
Really?
yeah, everything from the driver's seat forward, 986, 996 is identical. So it bolts right in. Then you have axles that go in from, you've got drive shafts that run into the middle of the car. And so you can I got a Nissan Leaf motor with about 200 horsepower powering the front axle, 200 horsepower powering the rear axle. So it'll be nice and fun.
Bizarre.
Long term, the idea is that that's going to get a 996 turbo motor
Oh, my Lord. And keep the hybrid power plant.
and upgrade to a stronger electric motor. Yeah. So we're
So go from
looking
200 each to 400 each.
like 600 each.
In a Boxster?
Yeah.
Are you going to cage it at least?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No windshield, but full cage.
Well, it's going out for the cage next. That's the next move with the project. So
Do you remember when Miatas were like, not brand new, but only it had been out for a couple of years, and they started cramming V8s in them and making those monster
I've
Miatas.
driven some. Yeah.
The flared out fender. It sounds
One
like
of my-
this is one of those Frankenstein-y
Yeah,
kind of like,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
a mad scientist, and
Yeah.
you came up with this idea,
Yeah.
and everyone thinks you're nuts, but you're pretty sure you can pull it off, and I think you will.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a project I've been working on for a few years now, and I just got to the point where I cut the windshield off.
Committed.
Yeah, I'm in now.
Did you take the glass out and
Yeah,
sawzall
yeah,
the pillars?
So you don't sawzall it because it's strengthened tube inside, and the sawzall just won't cut through it.
Interesting.
I actually talked to my cage guy about this because he's done it before.
Do you have to jaws of life it? What do you do?
No, it's just zip disc,
No kidding.
and you got to do
just
it.
over tons and tons of discs in time
Yeah, it took me about 5 discs.
per side.
No, total.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Not horrible.
That's a lot, though.
But it took probably 3 hours
Oh, my God.
from start to finish. I mean, including taking the glass out and everything.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
It was not easy, but it's out
You're
now.
changing something that really was intended to never, ever,
Never-
ever,
yeah,
ever,
yeah,
ever
yeah.
be changed.
Right.
I mean, it's a structural
Yes.
in a Porsche. It's
So
structural in
it's-
case you flip the car.
It's oh yes,
Right.
yeah, in case you flip it. But I talked to the cage builder, and I was like, I'm going to leave the frame in so that when you build the cage, it's not doesn't lose the rigidity. And he's like, oh, it doesn't do anything.
Really?
Yeah, he said it's totally rigid as long as the doors are closed, and he puts it on a flat surface because he's got like a jig that you can put the car on and everything. Once it's on a level surface and it's strapped down, he knows that it's solid. So then he can build the cage in it. And he's like, it's easier if the windshield's just gone. So do that now, then deliver it to me.
Wild.
Yeah.
Really wild.
And
Well,
it'll
congratulations.
have 996 GT3 rears on the front. So 10.5 wide rear fronts.
Like a Gunther car.
And then the rears are X TRG GT3 Cup Daytona 24 wheels. And those are
12 and a half.
12 and 3/4.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, and then it'll be Michelin slicks all around.
And is it just going to have like flapperboard cladding on the side, like molding and everything? You're going to have to flare it out and everything to fit all that rubber.
Yeah.
Right?
So I bought a set of carbon fenders from a Japanese Grand Touring car.
So they already make this kit.
No, it's not a kit. There's
Okay.
2 of these fenders exist in the world. And then I'll go.
Your responses make it sound like so similar, but the truth is you've just done all the homework already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the rears, I'll go with just off the shelf, like GT3R 996 flares in the back. So it'll have a very like 993 GT2 like bolt-on fender flare kind of look to it. So it'll be nice and big.
Episode title suggestion: no windshield, but a full cage. Thank you, Jake. Skip Plus. We love Jalopnik. Thanks
Awesome.
For the stream. Yeah.
Thanks for reading. My review of the Harley is up there live now. Hopefully, I'll have the Taycan review by the end of the week. What I said when I got out of the car stands true, and that's basically my review. Is I think it's the best car that's ever been made in the history of human being.
Dear Lord.
Yeah,
That's high praise.
it is.
I think my favorite new, okay, backing it up, the Jeff Swart car, whatever he has, the Sport Turismo of the Panamera.
Oh, sure.
That's my favorite looking new Porsche and driving new Porsche. There's some pretty amazing stuff out there, but I
Is
just
the-
love that thing. And then
The
I haven't-
hybrid, or is this just no?
I think his is just I think it might be a turbo.
Okay, because the Turbo SE hybrid is wicked.
That's obviously now the Taycan is probably going to take the place of that. Also, it's a tiny bit smaller, which I
Yes.
really like because the Gran Turismo, whatever the fuck,
Yes.
is huge.
Yes.
That Panamera is massive,
Panamera is a big boy.
and the Taycan luckily is just a little bit squatter. I
And
like it.
the thing that I love about the Taycan is that all of the weight is between the wheels.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
The battery, it sits below you,
Yeah.
and it's between the wheels. So it drives just like a mid-engine car.
Unbelievable.
Have
Have you gotten one of those things loose and sideways and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I drifted a Turbo S. It was great.
beautiful. Turbo, so that's all-wheel drive, yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, 4 wheels spinning just
We've gone long. How do you feel about this?
fine.
I think you're awesome. Come back anytime. How's that? Are we
Thank
going to
you.
see you Friday?
Yeah, I'll be there Friday.
Breakfast
I
time.
don't know where or when, but I'll be there.
You know
I'm
where?
sure you can tell me.
Newcomb's Ranch. Newcomb's
That's
Ranch
where you
is the
start
where.
from?
No, it's not a drive.
Oh.
It's an open house.
It's just meet up.
Yeah.
I see.
You have to drive to get there.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Anything all right, so flat, so we got to follow all these things. Everybody follow, get your pens and papers out. We got to follow Jalopnik. We got to follow RADwood and Radforsale
Yes.
and Flat Sixes.
And all of those have Instagrams and Twitters. So,
Oh, those were the Instagrams. Yeah, I guess it's everything is everything. But all the names are the same, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you want to follow the Flat
RADwood
Sixes, the
Official
Jalopnik,
is the Instagram.
and the RADwood Official.
Yep.
And the Radforsale auction site.
Yep.
There's so many new auction sites going on. I'm really glad that you guys are able to make a dent.
Yeah. I mean, with COVID, we had to pivot. We couldn't do shows, so we had to do something. And that was, we had a brainstorming meeting and came up with that.
It works.
And it works. It took forever to build that site, but now that it's up, it seems to be working pretty well.
Keep pumping cars into it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So, yeah, if you have anything to sell, please hit me up.
Radforsale.
What's that?
Contact Radforsale.
Yeah, contact Radforsale. And I am supposed to have a discount code, but I forgot it.
Oh no! Is it promo code late night? 20% off your order?
Sure.
I don't think you can.
No, it's free listings.
Oh, cool.
So hit me up on where Instagram.
Do
or
you
whatever.
have a private Instagram or anything? Because I couldn't find you.
I
It's
deleted,
everything
I
is
deleted it.
smart.
I used to,
Smart.
but
Again, that burnout thing is very real. Yeah.
yeah, my phone was telling me I was spending like 2 to 3 hours a day on Instagram. I'm like, I got other things I could be doing with that
100%.
time.
So that's what's going on. Bradley Brownell, thank you so much for being here, man. Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah.
Now you're a friend of the show. Come back anytime.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And Friday we'll see you.
I've
at
actually
Radforsale.
met you guys before, but it was at Lufka Cult, so you probably like
Which one?
the
4?
most recent one.
Oh, it wasn't us.
You weren't there?
No.
Maybe it was 4 then.
Yeah, I worked the one at the lumberyard.
Okay.
Maybe it was that one.
Maybe.
And no, that's not true. We went to the one at the lumberyard. I worked the one at the at the port.
I didn't go
Craft
to that
it.
one.
So there was
but
the lumberyard one we were at.
John
Maybe it was that
Polnick
one.
introduced us.
Oh, okay.
At some point.
John Polnick from Der Fascination.
Yeah.
But where were we?
I was gonna say it was Lufka Cult, but apparently
Maybe Lit
not.
Show. Maybe Lit Week.
Could be.
Yeah.
I've been to a bunch of those.
Oh. All right. Well, now we know each other. Now we'll see you Friday.
I was like, I know these guys. Oh yeah. I don't know where from, but I know these guys.
Everybody else, Thursday, it's Try It Again Thursday. We are going to do a topic, and it's my first car, your first car. Please call in with what your first car was. Tell us about it, an interesting story, and we're going to talk all about it on Thursday. Friday is Breakfast Club, Good Vibes Breakfast Club up at Dukeham's Ranch, 9 to 11, and that's it. I think we're done.
I don't have an interesting first car. It was a Pontiac Grand Prix.
Save it for Thursday. What year?
92.
Oh, that was a very uninteresting
Yeah.
car. Yeah. At least in the 80s, it was the Cutlass and the
Yeah,
Buick
yeah,
and
yeah.
Regal. Yeah.
No, it was the front wheel drive 3100, and it's not good.
That's what they were making when I was selling Saturns.
I had a Saturn. I loved my Saturn. It was a good car.
Different kind of car company.
Yeah, different kind of car.
I love you. We love you, Bradley. Thanks for
you.
coming over, man.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
having me. Your house is fantastic.
Spring clean just for you.
Yeah.
We love everybody at home. Please love one another, and we'll see you Thursday.
It's over.